Hi, good morning. Welcome to class today. We're going to start off in a pose called Tadasana. Tadasana. So everybody has a different way of teaching Tadasana, and every school has a different thought on it. And I love Tadasana. It's one of my favorite poses, and I'm going to show you something that's the way I like to find my Tadasana feet. As I take a jump, and where I land with my feet is how it goes. Some schools say that you have to have the whole foot in seam together, big toe to the heels. Some say big toes touching heels slightly apart. Others say hip width apart. Some say parallel to the mat. I just say take a jump, and where you land is the best place for your feet. So from this point, we're going to pick up the toes and spread them wide, laying them down. I want you to stir around on your feet, like you're opening up the soles of your feet. And I want you to roll forward to back and become very aware of your arches. How is my arch when I'm on my heel? How is it on the ball of my foot? And can I find the middle ground? Then we're going to start moving from side to side, just ever so slightly, to feel the side action of the foot. How do I press down the outside edge of my foot? How do I press down the inside edge of my foot? When we press down all four sides of our feet, the ball of the foot, the heel of the foot, the two sides, and the arch is naturally engaged. So you can take a look and see your ankles in the mirror and see that they're standing nice and tall. So we've set our base in Tadasana. Now let's just take a moment to breathe in the pose. Send the rib cage up off the waist nice and wide, and let the armpits stay up and back, arm bones in the socket. And with that, we're going to have our fingers just gently reaching down by our sides. We're going to find our evenness of our mind. Find an equality in your stance and a quality of your mind. I like to practice dropping my mind down into my heart and finding a comfortable moment of stillness. Feel the crown of the head lift up, and we're going to practice a breathing technique called Ujjayi Pranayama. That's when you constrict the base of your throat and let the breath drag in and out. So the jaw is relaxed, the tongue is in the bottom teeth, and you're hearing the sound of that breath. Continually reaching the mind into the heart. We're going to rotate our palms open, lift up our eyelids, inhale, breathing, and reach the arms out and up. We're going to connect this movement with our breath. When we exhale, we'll release the arms. When we inhale, we'll rotate our palms, fingertips open. Exhale and release. So with my mind and my heart and my eye gaze halfway open, I'm in what they call Shambhavi Mudra with my eyes. So I'm halfway looking back inside myself and halfway looking out. I can stay grounded deep inside my heart. Next one, we're going to bring our hands in through prayer position in front of our heart. Exhale and release. Hands in prayer position. We're going to add on to this little series. Exhale here. Inhale here. Exhale. This time as we come down and forward, we're going to fold over our legs. Belly button up. Fingertips to the floor or blocks. Stretch the spine long. Exhale and fold. I'd like your shoulders away from your ears up towards your hips and your side body long. Belly up. Relax open the feet and pull up the thighs. On your next inhalation, place your hands on your hips. Roll your shoulders onto your back. Draw your tailbone down between the legs as you inhale and press through your legs to bring your spine up. Inhale, breathing, reach the arms. Exhale and release. Again, we'll repeat that motion. Inhale, stretch. Exhale and fold. Forehead towards the shins, crown of the head towards the feet. Inhale, breathing, send the spine long. With the belly in and up, fold forward once again. Inhale, breathing, reach your arms out and up to come up. Reverse swan dive. Bring your hands through prayer position in front of your heart. We're going to add on to this pose. As we inhale, breathing, reach your shoulders up towards your ears and bring your arm bones close to your head. Interlace your fingers, stretch your index finger up. Squeeze the arms in towards the ears. Press through your legs. And then imagine that your little brother came by and he wants to punch you in the stomach. So bring your rib cage in. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Push your palms in towards each other. Squeeze the arms in, yes. And then release. Folding forward at the hips. Forehead towards the knees, head towards the floor. Inhale, breathing, stretch the head towards the mirror, spine long. Exhale and fold. Inhale, breathing, reach your arms out and up. Shoulder bones stay on the back at this point. Lift them off your back. Interlace your other finger on top. Squeeze and reach. So I'm stretching my tailbone down as much as my ribs and crown of the head are lifting up. Squeezing my arms in towards my ears. I want to take away any gap between my head and my arms. Stretching long, long, long. And exhale to release. Hands in through prayer position. We're going to build on to this. Inhale, breathing, stretch the arms out and up. This time as we interlace our fingers, we're going to bear weight down into our left leg and left hip. Pick the rib cage up and over and reach towards the side. We're going to hold it here and breathe. Nice and easy. Feel the rib cage pull in the front and lift off the waist in the back. Thighs are back in the socket and tail is pressing down between the legs. Use your bottom arm to help stretch your top arm. Spine in one line from the side. Inhale, breathing, and come up. Switch the grip of your hands. Exhale, putting weight down through the right leg. Stretch your ribs up and over. It's as if you're between two panes of glass, so your bottom ribs roll forward and up to meet your top ribs. Your bottom ribs are lifting up, up, up to give you a nice long stretch. Good, eye gaze forward. Inhale and come up. Exhale and release. Hands through prayer position. Inhale, breathing, stretch the arms up. Exhale and fold forward. Forehead towards the shins. Inhale, breathing, stretch your spine long. Legs are engaged. Exhale and fold. Inhale, breathing, reach your arms out and up. Interlace your fingers, stretch. Exhale to the left. Left leg down, up to the right. Inhale, breathing, coming up. And exhaling over. Inhaling to come up. Exhale to release. Hands in through prayer position. Inhale, breathing, stretch the arms out and up. Exhale and fold. Inhale and stretch. Exhale and fold. Inhale, breathing, reach your arms out and up. Coming up. Interlace your fingers. Stretch nice and tall. Exhale and reach. Inhale and lift. Exhale and reach. Inhale and lift. Exhale and release. Hands through prayer position. Pausing for a moment in our Tadasana. One of our goals in Tadasana is to find quiet, deep peace and quiet. Our spine maintains its natural curves. Yes, so try to be loose yet strong. Okay, we're going to bring our hands in through prayer position. We're going to move into the next phase. Inhale, breathing, reach the arms out and up. Exhale and release. Fingertips towards the floor, forehead towards the shin. Inhale, breathing, stretch the spine long. Exhale and fold. Inhale, breathing, arms out and up. Exhale, up and over to the side. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale and release. Placing your hands on your lower back with your fingertips pointing up. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. Bring the arm bones parallel towards each other. Feel the thigh bones pull back in your socket and draw your tail between your legs as your kneecaps lift up. Inhale, reach your rib cage off of your waist, sternum wide open. Exhale, navel pulls back, arm bones reach back behind you and stretch out through the crown of your head. Inhale, breathing, stack your bones of your ribs on top of your pelvis. Release your arms. Inhale, breathing, reach the arms up. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up and stretch. We're going to hold it and breathe. And release. We're going to switch the grip to the other side, hands in through your namaskara. Inhale, breathing, arms come up. Exhale, folding forward at the hips. Inhale, breathing, spine is long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, breathing, arms out and up. Interlace your fingers on that inhale. Exhale, take it over. Inhale, pull it up. Exhale, take it over. Inhale, pull it up. Releasing your hands on your exhale. Inhale, breathing, puff up the heart, draw the tail down. And release with your exhale. Inhale, breathing, arms out and up. Interlace your other fingers on top, the other thumb on top, and stretch. And hold. Nice. Exhale and release. Hands in through prayer position. Exhale, the hands down. Now we're going to add on a little bit of a lunge in our posture. So I'm going to turn my mat to face sideways, but you guys can leave your mats just where they are. So on our next series, we're going to add on a lunge pose. So before we add it into the series, let's take a look at how it would feel. So if you like blocks under your hands for your lunge position, please grab a set of blocks. Otherwise, what we're going to do is, why don't we all turn our mats? I think that would make it the simplest. want to stretch my right leg back first. So I put my weight into my left leg. And I step my right leg back at a really long stance with my hips level. So sometimes when I want to feel what I'm doing, I put my hands on my hips so I can feel the right hip and the left hip. Then I want to engage my legs in towards each other, front and back and side to side. And I feel that energy rise in the core of my pelvis. From the core of my pelvis, I stretch my leg bones out. I try to engage my upper inner thigh of my back leg, pulling it in and up to straighten the leg. I would like my front leg at a 90-degree angle, making a square. Hands onto the hips, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, breathing, release the arms and reach them up and over. The hands can come together or arms can be apart. We're going to straighten the front leg, release the arms and fold forward. Hands on either side of your front leg. Inhale, breathing, reach your spine. Exhale and fold. Bending your front leg and your back leg. Press your back leg forward. Inhale, breathing, spine straight, arms straight, legs straight. Exhale and fold. Inhale, breathing, reach your spine out and up. Arms out and up overhead. Exhale and release. Hands in through prayer position. We'll do the other side. Putting your weight into your right leg, kick your left leg back at a long angle, bending your knee to make a box shape. Hands on the hips, hips side by side. Gently press your feet in towards each other and your side hips in towards each other, pulling up through the pelvis into the core of the belly, and then send that energy back out through the bones. Try to sit deeply into that front hip, lifting up into the gluteal. Belly button back. Inhale, breathing, send the shoulders back behind you on those wide open ribs, and stretch the arm bones out and up, either palms parallel to each other or palms to touch. Holding the position, easy. Breathing in the back, mind in the heart, eye gaze, soft yet focused. Releasing your hands, placing them on either side of your front foot. As you exhale completely, pressing the air out of the belly, forehead to the shin. Inhale, breathing, spine long. Exhale, bend both legs and press forward. Uttanasana, send your spine long and straight. Exhale and fold. Inhale, breathing, and come up. Interlace your fingers up over your head. Exhale and stretch to the right. Inhale, coming up through center. Exhale and stretch over to the left. Inhale, breathing, and come up. Place your hands on your lower back. Inhale, breathing, reach up and back. Exhale and release your arms down. This time we're going to interlace our fingers in front of our heart. Press the palms forward. Stretch the arms out. Reach the side ribs up, the waistline pulling back, and then reach the arms up. Armpits are back. Externally rotating the arm bones while pulling the arm bones back. Stretch long and tall. Exhale and release. Other fingers on top. Interlace your fingers. Palms press forward. Inhale and lift up. Nice. Trying to squeeze the arm bones straight. And release. Placing your hands on your hips. Taking your right leg back into your lunge pose. Inhale, breathing the arms out and up. Exhale, release the arms, straighten the front leg, placing the hands on either side of the foot, forehead towards the shin. Inhale, breathing, lift your spine, bend your legs, coming forward, Uttanasana. Stretch the spine and the heart, exhale and fold. Inhale, breathing, come up. Exhale, release the hands. Hands to the hips. Stretching that left leg back. Inhale, breathing, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, releasing those arms down and forward, straightening your front leg, forehead to the shins. Inhale, breathing, stretch your spine. Bend your knees and press forward, exhaling. Inhale, send your spine long. Exhale and fold. Inhale, breathing, reach your arms out and up. Exhale and release. So sometimes when I'm in the, let's turn our mats to face forward. Now that you have gotten a side view of our series, there are times when I have my arms like this, and I take my side ribs and my armpits back, and then I allow my eye gaze to go up past my thumbs as I press my palms together. That's a traditional Iyengar stance in Urdhva Namaskara. Urdhva is upward, Namaskara is an honoring position with the palms. So I invite you to play with that idea in your Urdhva Namaskara positions, including in our lunge series. We're going to add on a pose called Utkatasana, and that is like a chair pose. So you're going to sit your hips back as if you're sitting in a chair, and let's take our arms out in front of us. Now, while you're here, what I want you to do is feel the weight even on your feet. Do a little ski bounce. Can you feel the weight even on both thighs going up into both hips, through the knees and through the ankles? Good. Now let's put the hands on the thighs. Gently push your thighs down and forward, creating a little round in your lower back. I want your ribs to go back behind you so that your belly is firm and your tail down between your legs, gently as your thighs reach up in the socket. Then releasing your spine above that. Inhale, breathing, reach the arms out and up. I want you to feel the weight through your feet, through both sides of your knees evenly, up through both hips evenly, so that you're using your gluteals evenly underneath of you. Feel your tail being wrapped around as your sitting bones descend, your heart lifts. Exhale, press the legs straight. Inhale, breathing, hands into prayer. So we're going to add that into our little series. Inhale, breathing, reach the arms out and up. Interlace your fingers. Exhale, release the spine. Stretch. Inhale, get nice and tall. Exhale and stretch. Inhale, get nice and tall. Exhale, hands on the back and stretch. Interlace your fingers at your heart. Send the palms out and forward. Reach the arms out and up. Squeeze and hold. Yes, try to press your shoulder bones on your back so that the tips of your shoulder blades come slightly closer together as your heart widens. Exhale and release. Hands to hips. Stretch your right leg back. High lunge. Inhale, breathing. Reach the arms out and up. Exhale and fold. Slide the hips back, straighten the front leg, bow over your front knee. Inhale, breathing, send the spine. Exhale, bend the legs, step forward. Inhale, breathing at the top. Exhale and fold. Inhale, breathing, lift your spine, bend your knees. Pull the thigh bones behind you. Wrap your gluteals under those thigh bones as you send your lower ribs back, pulling back the rib cage and the armpits to come up Utkatasana. Inhale, breathing, and release. Hands through prayer position. Exhale here. Inhale here. Interlace those fingers. Stretch. Exhale and fold. Inhale and come up. Stretching tall. Exhale. Inhale and come up. Hands behind the hips. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Interlace your other fingers on top. Stretch the hands and the arms, keeping the heart as your focal point. Shoulder tips in towards each other. Let the breath be an internal massage as you breathe deep along your ribs, creating space for that heart to settle back into. Stretch through the crown of the head, drop the tail, and release. Hands on the hips, left leg back. Inhale, breathing, arms out and up. Exhaling, fold forward. Forehead to the shin, straightening the leg. Inhale, breathing, raise your spine long. Exhale, bend your knees. Come forward. Inhaling at the top. Exhaling, set up your Utkatasana. Inhale, breathing with your hips and knees low. Stretch your spine and heart up. Inhale, breathing, press and release. Hands in through heart center. That concludes our warm-up of this practice. I'd like to move on to some standing balancing poses that will stretch your hips and shoulders. Placing your hands on your hips, sitting back as if you were going to a very tall, awkward position, chair pose. Put your weight onto your left leg and pick up your right foot. We're going to cross the legs, squeezing them gently together. Push down the hips and lift the torso. Draw the shoulder bones down the back. Unwind the legs. Stretch your top leg out from the heel, to the ball of the foot, through the toe, and then release. Roll through the foot to put it down. Utkatasana, high form of Utkatasana. Coming up onto the toe of the left leg, pick up the leg, pull the thigh bones back in the socket, navel up as the tailbone descends, and gently squeeze those legs in towards each other. Invite your shoulder blades down, your open back, with your heart spread wide and your ribs picking up. Stretch through the crown of your head. Keep the bottom leg bent, extend that front leg. Roll through the arch to the toe, straighten your right leg and place the left leg down. We're going to add on. Let's do a little flow. Inhale, breathing, reach the arms up. Interlace your fingers. Stretch over. Take it up. Take it over. Take it up. Extend your heart open and your tail long and strong between your legs. Inhale, breathing, take it up. Now we're going to take your right arm and lower it down. Place it in front of your heart. Bend the elbow slightly. Drop the left arm, elbow into that right. Press the back of your arms together. See if you can interlace your fingers of your hands as you wrap them around, palms together. Stretch the bottom arm up so it's parallel to the floor. Release your fingertips. Bend your knees. Take your right leg back. Lunge with Gomukhasana arms. Eagle arms. Eagle arms. Garuda. Bend your back leg. Spring forward and come into your Utkatasana legs. Release your arms into a hug so each hand goes around a shoulder. Pick up your shoulders down your back and reach your elbows up. Hold. Lift the heart and pull the chin towards the chest. Pull up your pelvic floor, pull up your navel, and pull up your throat. Release your arms and lift your head. Release your legs and your arms, palms open. Inhale, breathing, interlace your fingers up overhead. Exhale, extend. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, stamp down that right foot, stretch out of those left ribs. Inhale, come up. Hands onto your hips. Stretch your heart up, tail down. Exhale and release. Stretch your arms out. Left arm moves in front. Bend the elbow, palm faces the right. Reach your right arm up, cross it over your left, back of your arms together, palms in to touch. Interlace your fingers if you can, and rotate it so that you can look at the center between the palms, like you have a prayer position right in front of you. Pick up your bottom arm, squat down a little tiny touch into your legs. Send your left leg back behind you, long and strong. Pull the pelvic floor up as the tail descends. Stretch out your lower back as your navel lifts. Put a slight bend in both knees as your shoulders pull behind your back. Exhale and bring your legs side by side. Stay in your Utkatasana. Release your arms into a hug position, hands on your shoulders. Pick up your elbows. Pull up your navel. Your belly lifts as the floor of your pelvis lifts. Drop your head to your heart, lifting your heart. Release the head and the arms. Release the legs and the arms. Inhale, breathing. Stretch. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Okay, so we're going to add on a combination of the legs and the arms together to make a full Garudasana, eagle pose. So put that slight bend of a little mini Utkatasana into your legs. Put your weight onto that left leg. Now, if balance is a challenge, please feel free to go use the wall. Otherwise, also step off your sticky mat if it feels better on the floor. Because we're going to come into a balance. So we're going to bend into that left leg, pick the right leg up and over. Cross the legs and sit down. You actually want to get your right foot behind your right calf, eventually wrapping around. Reach your arms out and up. Take your right arm under the left, cross your left on top of the right. Bend them and wrap them like ropes. Good. Draw the tail down and forward, opening up the hips and the shoulders pull back and down. Opening up the neck, stretch through the crown of the head. Release your arms through the hug, out to the side and then hands to hips. Keeping your left leg bent, extend that right leg. Roll through the foot as you straighten your left leg and place the foot down. Weight over into your right side. Very nice. Bending that leg, picking up the left leg, wrapping it up and over. That's okay. Try to sit down in a comfortable way where you feel your thighs are engaged, pulling apart and back, and your tail is pressing down and forward. I try to get body weight even into both of my legs. I stretch the left arm under my right and wrap around like ropes. I pick up my bottom arm so that it is parallel to the floor. I pull my shoulder bones behind me on my open back. Draw the tail forward, reach out through the crown of the head. Release the arms, hands to hips. Unfold the top leg, work through the foot as you stretch through the bottom leg, and then replace that foot. Woo! Draw your shoulders down your back, Tadasana. Tadasana. Tada actually means mountain. So a mountain is very sturdy and strong, yet it's breathing. It's always moving and changing in the most subtle ways. Tadasana. I read one interpretation that the word tada comes from the word atta, which means now, present moment, be present, be in the now. Okay, so bringing your hands in through the prayer position, we're going to situate the weight on the left leg, and we're going to do a vrikshasana or tree pose. So open up the right foot to the side. Place the hands on your hips. Feel where the hips are. Engage your thigh muscles, pulling them back and apart. Draw your tail between them, down and forward. Feel strong as you pick up the foot to rest on the shin or the inner thigh. Bring your hands in through prayer position. Inhale, breathing, reach your arms out and up, finding your balance. Letting the ribs pick off the waist and into the back. The tips of the shoulder blades gently move in towards each other. The crown of the head lifts, palms press if they're touching. Now, release your arms out. Bend your left leg. Cross your right foot over. Wrap your right arm under. And find Garuda pose. Here I'm going to ask you to contract your back like you're in a cat position, hollowing your belly back. Release the back and the hips. Unwind the arms up overhead. Unwind the legs and release. Very nice. Square your ankles, square your feet. Tadasana. See if you notice a difference in the sides. We'll even that out. Ground down through your right leg. Stand in it tall. Pick up your left foot. Rotate the thigh open as best you can, placing your hands on your hips. Feel where those hips are. Inner thighs pull back and apart, strong in the legs. Tail drops down and forward. Place the foot on the shin or on the thigh and find your balance. Hands pressed together like the foot and the leg. Pick up the pelvic floor in the center, keeping the lower back wide. Draw the belly in. Reach the arms out and up. Eye gaze is gently reaching out and forward. Releasing the arms. Bend the right leg. Wrap the left leg around it. Crossing the arms left under right. Sitting the hips. Lifting the arms. Contract back like you're in a cat position. Release your hips and spine. Release your arms up overhead. And release your legs. Let's add that on into our series. This is our last of our flow series before we move to the floor. Let's place the hands on the hips for a second. Roll the shoulders up, back. Before you put them down, I want your ribs up off your waist and wide apart. That's the trick of putting them down. Press up that crown of that head. Yes. Inhale, breathing, reach the arms out and up. Interlace the fingers, stretch, stretch, stretch. Step down into the left. Stretch out of the right. Inhale, up through both sides evenly. Exhale, stretch out of the left, stamp down through the right. Inhale, stretching up through both sides evenly. Hands onto the lower back. Inhale to stretch, exhale to go deep. Inhale, release those arms, interlace those fingers in front of the heart. Palms out and forward, stretch it out and up. Exhale, release the hands to the hips, take the right leg back. Lunge. Inhale, breathing, reach the arms. Exhale, this time we're going to lower the back knee down. Place the hands on the thigh. Push the thigh down and forward as you pull the thigh bone in the socket. You're going to notice you're going to take your lower ribs, your waistline back. Now keeping that, release the arm bones on the lifted torso and stretch the arms up overhead. You can bend forward, your knee forward of your ankle if you feel comfortable. Exhale, place the hands in front of you on the floor, stretching both legs straight, forehead to the knee. Putting a bend in both legs, exhale, step forward. Inhale, stretch your spine. Exhale, fold forward, bending your knees. Inhale, breathing, come up, Utkatasana. Putting your weight into your right leg, picking up your left, wrapping your left arm, where is that, under your right arm, holding it here. This time I'm going to ask you to unwind your top leg, unwind your left leg, and push it up and back behind you, ever so slightly. Put it side by side with the other leg, coming up through Utkatasana. Exhale and release. Last side, we're going to do the other side. Tadasana. Inhale, breathing, reach your arms out and up. Interlace your fingers, stretching up and over. Can you feel a difference from the first time you did this pose? Inhale, stretch. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, stretch, hands behind the back. Stretch that heart up, tailbone down. Lifting that beauty of the heart up. Exhaling, placing the hands, other hand on top. Interlace your fingers, stretch those arms out and up. Inhale and stretch. Happy Buddha. Exhale and release. Bending those legs, putting the weight into the left, right up and over. Right arm under and around. This time maintaining your squat very gently. Unwind your top leg, send it out and back. I'm kicking the leg back against my gluteal. Then I feel my ribs pull up in the back and my heart reaches out and forward, and I straighten my front leg as I draw the tailbone down and forward, trying to be even on both sides, opening up my sit bones but drawing them underneath me by the lift of my pelvic floor. Then I bend my front leg knee and I stamp my feet side by side. Boom. Keeping my hips where they are. Inhale, breathing. Utkatasana. Exhale and release. Standing on that left leg, bringing your right foot up. Vrikshasana. Arms come up in a comfortable way. And release your hands down in front of your heart. Releasing the hands and the leg. Inhale, breathing, reach up. Exhale and release. Other side. Picking that foot up. Inhale, breathing, reach. Exhale and release. This time we're going to take our left leg back, bend the knee. Inhale, breathing those arms out and up. Exhale, release. Send your legs straight. Reach your spine forward. Bend the legs. Exhale and forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale and fold. Now, lucky us, we get to come down to the floor. Spread your toes nice and wide. Put your body weight forward over your hands, and through your feet, you're going to raise up your arches and drop your bottom towards your heels. Feel the weight of your body in the balls of your feet as you stretch open the balls of your feet. And then hinging back at the ankle, stretching through your arch, you want to lower your heel down. Try to balance forward. You can hold on to the edge of your mat so you can try to get those heels flat. If your heels are flat, I want you to pull your hands into prayer position and come up. Exhale, release those hands. We're going to come down and forward onto our legs, sitting our hips back. We're going to do a series of forward folding and twists, and Set-2 Bandhasana is a bridge variation, and you can use a block for support. So for our first forward fold, I encourage you to find your sitting bones, pull the flesh up and back behind you, widen the sitting bones apart. Open your legs into the earth, stepping into them. And then drawing your side hips in towards each other and pull your sitting bones down as your tail presses slightly forward. Your coccyx, the base of that tailbone, pulls down and slightly forward, pulling up your pelvic floor. Inhale, breathing, send those arms out and up. Stretch your heart like you're doing a back bend with your upper back. And then as you exhale, try to keep your tummy away from your thighs as you come down and forward. Anytime you want to, you drop your hands and place them on either side of your legs, or hold onto your feet or toes. Draw the shoulder bones wide down that open back. Open up the back of your heart and slide your shoulders down towards your hips. Gently press the legs down and lift the navel. Extend through the crown of the head, and we're going to hold it here. So breathe nice and easy and deep. If you'd like to, now's a good time to return to that Ujjayi Pranayama. When you've exhaled all of the air out of your body, straighten your arms as you inhale and come up and release. Let your right leg flop out to the right and bend the knee and place the foot along the sole of the foot. The toes are touching the left leg and the heel is touching the right. You can increase your angle of your legs to make it more challenging, or you can decrease it. If you feel your lower back is rounding, you can always sit up on a support under your hips. We want the spine nice and straight. The natural curve of the lower spine still intact. So there's a nice little curve in your lower spine. Inhale, breathing, up and over. Exhale and fold. Belly up. You can reach on to hold your feet, hold on to your leg, or just keep your fingertips right on the floor. Your right sitting bone is heavy, but it's not necessarily glued to the floor. It's heavy. Inhale, breathing, straighten the arms and lift the spine. Exhale and release. Other side. Inhale, breathing, reach the spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, straighten those arms. Exhale and release. We're going to move on to our twist. Bend your right foot in, heel in line with your hip. And let's cross that foot over the left side. Pull your spine up against your leg. Place your right hand behind your back and reach your spine straight. Inhale, breathing, send that arm up to stretch your side. Keeping your side stretched, reach that arm out in front. You can wrap your arm around your leg, pick up your shoulders, and roll them back behind you as you rotate the left ribs to the left. Turning your left cheek open. Eye gaze out of the right corner of your right eye. Exhale and release. Straighten your legs side by side. Pick up your inner thighs back and apart. Bend that left leg. Pull it towards the hip. Straighten your body long and tall, rib by rib by rib, reaching up. Then cross the foot over. Place the left hand behind the back. Use that as a way to help leverage your spine longer, taller, straighter, beautiful. Stretch that arm up so you get your right ribs open, whole right side of your spine. Keep it open. Reach forward as you roll back behind you, and then grab and turn. Inhale, breathing. Lift your collarbones. Exhale, descend your shoulders behind you. Armpits back. Stretch tall out of the crown of the head. As you exhale, roll your right ribs towards the left. Left ribs open up in the back. Right cheek open. Eye gaze out of the left side of your eye. The left eye. And release. Unwind your legs. Since I'm going into a rest pose, I'm going to ask that everybody have a block. One block. Now we're going to place our feet hip width apart, feet under our hips, and we're going to lean back on our arms. We're going to press our feet down and pick up our sacrum. You're going to take your block at whatever height you feel comfortable and place it under your sacrum. Place your arms by your sides. And you'll notice that you can turn the block up or down at this place. Since it's a supported pose, I invite you to relax. And when you relax, I'm hoping your navel is reaching up under the ribs and into the pelvic girdle. I'm hoping that your armpits, that armpit junction where it meets the shoulder is soft behind you. I'm hoping that your hips are relaxing and you feel that lift in your pelvic floor, in your belly, and the closing of the bottom of the throat. You can stay where you are for a couple more breaths, or practice straightening the legs one at a time. We have a couple more breaths to enjoy. And now we're going to move into Shavasana. If your legs are straight, bend them. Everybody with your knees bent, press your feet on the ground, lifting your hips just high enough so you can slip that block out from underneath of you. Drop your tailbone and extend your legs and arms. Shavasana. It was an hour of power today. And I hope you feel long and strong, comfortable and at ease. I hope you feel like you've taken a bath from the inside out and that your mind has been washed clear and clean by being in your heart. We can't necessarily stop the mind from its worry, but we can certainly take a seat and watch it happen. Letting all the tension go.